The following program is rated MA and may contain themes that may not be appropriate for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
On the block, hip-hop trendsetters, the school of hard knocks and that attitude era. Yeah, I just wanted to be one of the best, holding the mic as I'm yelling out D-Generation X. I will remember it. I'll never forget it. We've come a pretty long way. There's so much I can say. It's never really gone away.
We are live here, Austin, Texas, for Monday Night Raw. 2 out of 3 falls tonight. It is myself and Carl Carafel with us. Carl, it's great to have you back.
It has been a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, after the hectic week both you and I had last week, it's onwards and upwards from here on out.
I agree.
But did you catch anything from SummerSlam, by the way?
I was able to catch some highlights. I wasn't able to actually see the full show.
Oh, the whole show is just awesome.
That's what I've heard. Definitely what I have heard. Continuously from lots of people.
Yeah, really well done for a show that didn't have any tag team action, and I didn't really miss the tag team action that night.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a good thing, though, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. And honestly, this week, you'll be surprised. Expect a leg-free Chris this week.
Oh. Good.
I found out what my troubles were.
Okay.
It was the browser.
Oh, really?
Yep. I was using Google Chrome. I was using Google Chrome for the streaming stuff.
Okay.
Oh,
that was causing issues?
Yeah, and then OMD was like, why don't you try switching browsers? And I'm like, okay. And I switched over to Firefox, and now everything seems to be running smoothly.
Nice. Your mic does sound a little different, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out that trouble. Do I sound like I'm in a can, or what?
Yeah. Not even necessarily a can, but it's very, like, tinny.
I'm going to have to figure that one out then.
Not echoey, but just a little tinny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I see the Judgment Day is pretty much a new Judgment Day, almost an implosion has happened within the Judgment Day with several members. Am I correct or am I wrong in that?
Oh, you are correct. Several members. Is Rhea and Damian, to be more specific.
Bobby, good to see you. Bulkster, good to see you as well. I apologize, people. I have not eaten anything today. I've had several appointments. I had one that went like 3 hours long, and I haven't eaten anything yet at all today. So I'm a little hungry. So I may at times kind of just mute myself so that I can have a quick bite to eat while we are watching the show. The recap here just kind of giving us some of the implosion that's happened with the Judgment Day. Yeah. Everybody should be drinking Dr. Pepper.
I'm drinking 5 Alive right now. Is that all right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They had a big
graphic there for it. It said the Judgment Day.
Yeah, Damian and Rhea were kicked out of the Judgment Day.
Interesting.
And now we've got Randy Orton on Raw now.
I see that, which I'm okay with.
He's going to be Gunther's first challenger.
Oh, nice.
Last week's Raw, he was the one who came out and stepped up. Gunther was looking for a challenger, Randy stepped up.
Good. Good. Yes, I am living vicariously through a dirty Dom. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Bobby was drinking some Dr. Pepper at the movie theater today. See, I like to think that I, kind of helped in just the slightest little way to get those numbers from number 3 to number 2 for Dr. Pepper, surpassing Pepsi as the number 2 drink for soda pop in the world. You're welcome, Dr. Pepper. The amount of people that have gone to drink Dr. Pepper because I've drinking Dr. Pepper. Because I've drinking? Yeah, because I drink Dr. Pepper. Influential. Rhea Ripley coming down to the ring right now. Solo, which is so odd to see right now.
Mm.
But still kind of like supporting those same colors, that blue and purple color.
Oh yeah, it was announced earlier today that she was planning to start off the show. So did my sound change at all? Because I clicked a few things under settings. So
No. Right, Leeds? Pete, there she is. There she is. I'm sure you are very happy to see that, Pete. Oh, I'm happy to see Pat there still for at least the next little while.
yeah, until actually, Pat's going to still be there, but Michael Cole will be leaving the commentary booth in the next couple weeks.
What?
Yeah, that new ESPN guy that's coming in.
Yeah.
He's taking over Cole's position.
What's happening to Cole? Where's Cole going?
I think it's Cole's position. I gotta Google this to make sure again.
Oh,
I can't.
I had thought that McAfee was leaving once again.
I can't remember the guy's name that's taking over.
Well, as long as it isn't Mike Adamle, we're good.
Yeah. Oh, Joe Tessitore.
The Bulkster saying, I think Cole is going to SmackDown. Interesting.
Yeah, it says here joins fellow ESPN personality Pat McAfee on the WWE broadcast team. So he's taking over Cole's spot.
Okay, that's a dynamic I don't know that I'm ready for. I don't think I'm ready for Cole not to be on Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Marky, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for coming by. We're here watching some Monday Night Raw and talking to all of you about the show as it goes on. We hope that you are watching as well. No, Pete, you still got to watch Raw. Still got to watch Raw. Raw's going to Netflix, which I think is going to make it a little bit different from what it is currently. Might get a little bit better.
And yeah, and this dude, he does bring a wealth of wrestling knowledge with him.
Okay. As long as he does.
In the few sentences that he spoke when they talked to him at SummerSlam, I got the feeling that he knew what he was talking about because he mentioned like old school arenas that he used to go to when he was a young kid. He mentioned wrestlers like Larry Zbyszko, Bruno Sammartino, seeing those guys wrestle.
Okay.
He
Oh,
also mentioned
Marky can't watch Monday Night Raw right now because he's in a vehicle. Thank you for not watching while you're driving. I appreciate that. Safety first, always.
We got Liv and Dom in the audience right now.
Yeah, up in like a skybox type of area. So Rhea comes out and she's doing her starting out Raw, talking about, all the situations that have happened. And then appears Liv and Dom. And they are not letting Dom talk as usual. I still love that. Still love that. Raw is cool. You're right. You're right, Pete. Bobby, I'm glad you're watching as well, buddy. All right, Marky, thank you so much. You have a great night as well. We appreciate you coming by. Stick around. Make sure that you're sticking with this the channel to check out all the shows that happen here during the week with Turnbuckle Studios. We appreciate you. Proud telling Dom that he sucks. No, he's not. He's actually in this. They're actually in the stands. I thought they were in a skybox.
Yeah, they're out there with the audience.
Yeah.
By the way, my neighborhood has time traveled back to the 1950s. We have an ice cream truck that drives around our neighborhood now.
Yes. He's just starting out again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete, I agree. I think that they should put the other guy over on SmackDown for now.
I agree, but at the same time, I like what Corey Graves and the dynamic that Corey Graves and Wade Barrett have going there. Because I didn't think I would say this, but I actually enjoy Corey Graves being the play-by-play guy.
I still just don't like Corey Graves. I never have.
I didn't like him when he was doing color because I really hated the way he treated Byron Saxton. Because to be fair, Byron was not a bad announcer.
Are we going to have a 3-man crew over there then? If Cole is going there?
That's what I would hope for.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't take Wade Barrett off because Wade's doing fantastic as well. But they also did say Corey is cleared to go if he wants to go back in the ring.
Interesting. I could see Barry doing a lot with NXT as well.
Yeah.
Those wristlets. Ooh, do you see those wristlets on Rhea right now?
The skull one, I'm loving it.
Me too.
It's almost throwing me back to my old gear. Because I didn't have the skull in it, but I had studded wristlets that I would wear. Studded leather ones that I used to get from a little downtown shop that we used to have called Leather Alley.
Yes. So can we safely say Rhea is now a full face?
I can officially say that myself, for sure. And I do see, like, a couple weeks ago, our pal, Tom Collahue, I do see what he's saying now about how this is going to be the big story to wrap up the year.
Yeah, I see it too. Why fix something that ain't broken? Or has higher ups spoken? Pete, I wonder if it is higher ups that have kind of maybe put this into motion. Maybe because SmackDown is still going to be on television. Maybe they want to bring over some of that audience in case people decide, hey, I'm not getting, Netflix or whatever. I don't know.
Well, to kind of put this in perspective, this Joe Tassatori guy coming over from ESPN is friends with the guy who's also the head of the production, the guy who took over Kevin Dunn's spot, because he worked at ESPN doing the Monday Night Football.
Gotcha. Joe, good to see you, brother.
Yeah, Corporate Joe, good to see you, Ben.
Very happy with the updates that you've given on your channel, HTM Tech.
I haven't been able to check out your shows in the last little while, Joe, but I know you're doing good stuff over there. So,
oh goodness!
Oh yeah, Rhea and Damian decided that they're going to team together to try and take down Judgment Day.
Gotcha. Take down entire Judgment Day or just these two?
Well, he's got Carlito tonight, Damian, and right now he's taking down Dom. And, well, Liv is straddling Damian, and I kind of wish I was Damian at that moment. But no, I think what they're doing with this storyline with Damian is they're having him, because last week he took out JD McDonough. Okay. Right now he's going after Dom, and he's got Carlito later on in a match tonight. I think this is all building to him getting to Finn Balor.
Right. Makes sense.
And I think it's going to be him and Finn at Bash in Berlin.
Okay. Bobby, wow, for sure. Pete, yeah, like honestly, this whole thing has been really, really cool. I love how they took it to the upper level, how they showed the fans that were there eating some concessions at some tables. Rhea and Liv essentially going right out the doors. And then you get Priest coming all the way back into the ring with Dominic. So good.
When he showed up standing behind Dom and Liv, that totally gave me Undertaker vibes when he did that to, more recently AJ Styles, but he's done that to a plethora of other wrestlers.
He has. And again, thank you all for bearing with me as I eat some food for the day. I haven't been feeling the greatest either over the last few days.
Oh, that was part of the reason why I had to get 5 Alive today, because I felt a cold coming on. Our air conditioner came in,
right,
and it's colder, way friggin' colder than our old one was. And going from the heat to the cold has been not good on my physical health. So I'm like, today, let's go to the store. Let's see what they've got for juice. And I found the frozen juices I found on sale at Food Basics for $1. And I'm like, stock up. And I got as much vitamin C that I can, because I'm a vitamin C-aholic, essentially. That's the one thing they'll teach you in film. Stock up on your vitamin C if you're gonna be shooting, because you're gonna go from one extreme weather to the other. Especially in our city, where it's one extreme, where it's neither. There's no in between. It's either hot or it's cold here.
It's true. Commercial breaks. We're seeing a lot more commercial breaks for UFC on the WWE programming as of late.
Yeah, and well, Dana White's got a new show coming up, and it's a show that doesn't make any sense to me, but it's Dana White's Contender Series, which is people fight for a UFC contract, but they already have that in the Ultimate Fighter. So
right,
it's, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me.
But the Ultimate Fighter really kind of takes them through an entire journey.
Yeah.
This one here, it just seems like it's amateur fighters that are coming in to compete against each other for that quick contract.
Yeah.
And it's probably only like a one fight contract.
Yeah. Yeah, whereas I think the Ultimate Fighter is like a 5-fight contract or something like that.
I don't know. Joe may know more about that. I know Joe is a fan of the UFC.
It's been a minute since I watched UFC myself, so a lot of things I can't remember about it.
Bobby saying that he thinks so. Yeah. Pete, I have not yet. When was that one?
Yeah, Leeds, my YouTube has been like super weird and not recommending the videos I want to watch. Like today, I wanted to watch our local Crime Stoppers channel to get caught up on Crime Stoppers. And I noticed that for whatever reason, I wasn't subscribed to it. And I know that I've been subscribed to that channel for like 10 years.
Wow.
I don't unsubscribe to channels, and I probably really should. There's a lot of dead channels I'm subscribed to right now. But right off the bat, like, we're back to the action, and we've got Carlito and Damian fighting in the ring right now.
Yeah. First matchup of the night. And like, this is a matchup that I would have thought Odyssey Jones' Raw debut tonight too. Okay.
Raw debut last week. Oh, I guess he's having a match tonight, but he debuted last week. Essentially, he showed up to help out the New Day.
Oh,
there's a change. Match. That wasn't announced as a Texas Tornado earlier, by the way. That's breaking right there.
Okay. And the 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah. I'm calling that as the main event. That's going to be the show stealer of the night for sure. It's Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
We also have a number 1 contenders women's tag team match later tonight. Ooh. As well, with Sonya Deville and Shayna Baszler teaming up against Io Sky and Kairi Sane.
Nice. Leeds Pete says about 2 weeks ago was that video. So I'll have to go and see if I can take a look back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand that, to be honest.
Honestly, looking at Carlito's boots, my OCD is kicking in, and I want to run in the ring and rip the white boot off and switch it out for a black one.
Right. My boots were never different. They were always the same. My final pair. Are right there.
They still look in good shape too.
Yeah. It was the third pair that I didn't get to use a lot. But I always stuck with the same black and red color.
Oh, okay. I thought Damian had him on that one.
My chair just like whoop, went all the way down on me for some reason.
Since Leeds brought up Bailey in the chat, he's saying Bailey does it as well. Where's the miscolored boots?
Yeah.
Bailey sort of at SummerSlam brought back her hugger gimmick.
Oh, really?
Sort of. She came out dressed in the hugger gimmick stuff.
That's interesting.
Like, she didn't have the Bailey buddies or anything like that. She still had her theme that she's had.
Yeah.
But she was dressed in her hugger gimmick stuff. I found that to be interesting.
That is interesting. That is interesting.
But these
Good
two guys
matchup so far.
I was just gonna say, dude. I was just gonna say these guys are putting on a hell of a match, and for fuck's sakes, commercial break.
Right? Yeah. Just as the getting gets good, they go to commercial. No, I came home on Saturday on my birthday, sick. I was like, oh goodness. And I've been the same since. It's been 2 days.
Yeah.
But taking some meds. I took some Buckley's today. I'm going to take some Buckley's a little later as well. Ugh.
That saying for the Buckley's commercial tastes awful, but it works. It's so true.
It is. It's very true. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate that.
The thing about Buckley's too is it doesn't go bad. I have a bottle of Buckley's that I've had for like 10 years and it's still good.
Right? It's wild. Wild. And Bobby knew that I wasn't feeling well, and he's been talking with me a little bit over on the socials and checking in on me, which I appreciate very, very much.
Bobby's been joining me in on my Saturday night gaming, and I've started a new game series with The Last of Us, which, by the way, this past weekend was a hit because I started streaming over on Facebook this time.
Nice.
But there's a few things I need help with. I can't see the comments. We do this on StreamYard. I can't see the comments for Facebook, and I don't know where I'm going wrong with that.
It's a Facebook StreamYard talking to each other thing.
Oh, is there anything? There's nothing I can do about that because our friend Ryan was in my chat checking it out.
Oh, Mr. Energy Rock Radio, the Ryman.
Oh yeah,
nice.
So I'm guessing that this Saturday when I go to stream again to Facebook, that's awesome. So I'm guessing this Saturday when I go to do it, I'm gonna just have my phone with the Facebook on it so I can see the chats coming through that just in case.
Yeah, or within StreamYard, you could remove that as a destination and just try re-adding it as a destination again and see what happens.
Okay, yeah, I'll try that again.
It may need some new permissions because I know they kind of changed things up a little bit with Facebook on how to do things. So,
yeah, I'll
looking sick, man. Holy crap. Like you can
see like definition in your face a little bit.
Not looking like the fat man that I am. Wow.
This is another thing. I think you pointed this out a couple weeks ago, and I just noticed it, is the countdown when they do these WWE Knuckle Crunchers commercials. I like that countdown to going back to Raw.
Me too. It is such a cool, new, little dynamic thing that they've put in there, but it just freaking works. Nice swinging neck breaker there.
Carlito's bringing his A game tonight, man.
Guy's up in his 50s, and he's still working that good. I wish.
Oh, I wish too. Like, don't get me wrong. Anytime we're at a CWE show, and you've seen that look in my face, and I've seen the look in your face, but every time we walk up to that ring, yeah. Oh, this is another thing they're doing too in the bottom left-hand corner. They're telling you who the commentators are and who your backstage announcers are. They're making it a total sports presentation.
I love it. I just noticed that. That's what caught me off guard there for a moment. Like
they started it on SmackDown.
Nice.
It's awesome. I love it.
And it was, so I didn't catch the commentators, but I did see the backstage. So it's not even something that's really taking away from this amazing matchup that we're seeing, where Damian Priest is now just dominating Carlito. But it was subtle enough that I knew something was there, but it didn't distract me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's
that was a different way to do a clothesline off the ropes.
That was, yeah.
Thank you, Bob.
It's this actually just popped into my brain, but this is when they show who your commentators are. This is a throwback to like 1980s, and I'm talking like 80 to 85 wrestling. When the show would start and you would see the voices of Gorilla Monsoon, Jesse Ventura.
Right. Ooh, South of Heaven. Wow.
Well sold by Carlito, by the way.
Yeah.
I need more of those two in the ring. I'm just going to say that right now because that was a fantastic match. Oh, and there's JD.
And you see, I didn't think that Damian was going to be kind of like the one that was removed, right? I figured that it would have been Finn. I thought for sure that Finn Balor was going to be the one that decided to separate away. And instead we get Rhea and Damian.
Oh, is she going to get physical? Is she going to get physical with Finn? Oh, Damian. Oh, JD sacrificed himself.
Wow.
There's something about this that I'm thinking about that I thought would have made more sense that could make more sense to the story, but it's not going to happen because he's hurt right now and his deal with AEW still got a couple more years on it. But how fitting would it be if Edge showed up to help them too?
It would be a full circle type of moment for sure. Edge was the originator.
And he had them too as his for lack of a better term, lackeys.
Yeah. Oh, there we go with the save.
I'm like a handful of seconds behind you again. I think something's up with my cable again. But I like that tease. I feel like that's going to be a tease to Rhea finally hitting the Riptide on Dom. Oh yeah, Alpha Academy's got a match against American Made. That is Chad Gable's new stable. Ooh, tomorrow on NXT, Obafemi with the North American Championship. Open challenge. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. That is going to be interesting. Also taking a look at Oh, Carl, you're back.
I am.
I was talking to you. Didn't realize you were on a phone call.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Um,
Yeah, Pete, I was on a phone call, so I muted myself.
yeah. Chad Gable's new stable is American Made. That's what they're called right now.
Okay. That works.
And we're getting a tornado tag, as you saw there.
Yeah.
But that NXT commercial really intrigued me to watch NXT tomorrow night.
Good. Tell the people about it. I've got the spouse needing my help for a moment.
Yeah. Okay, so as we saw in that commercial, had Obafemi issuing an open challenge for the North American title. I want you guys in the chat. Let me know who you guys want to see stepping up to Obafemi. I personally want to see from TNA. I want to see Moose step up and challenge him. We also are going to get our answers for why Wesley turned on the Rascals. And just as Carl has to go, has Leeds coming in and saying Rhino. Rhino. I don't think Rhino has been there for a while, and if he has, I haven't seen him. Bobby Stats is coming saying Obafemi takes on Steve Macklin or Hammerstone. Hammerstone would be really cool, actually. But I kind of want to see Moose there. And this is actually surprising that I'm saying Moose, and I'm going to say his name, and he'll appear. But Joe Hendry. And I know Joe Hendry right now has got his stuff with Gallus and company, or Joe Coffey and company with Gallus. Oh, we got the I just kind of love that Carl leaves, and then we get the the Wyatt Sicks stuff. Taking a look at last Monday with Obafemi showing up and assisting the New Day against the Authors of Pain and the Final Testament. Bobby Stats also saying, how about some Eric Young or Jonathan Gresham?
My apologies.
You just missed the Wyatt Sicks stuff.
Oh, I can go back and watch it after.
Yeah, it was another backstage interview with Bo again.
Okay.
Speaking of the Wyatt Sicks, did you happen to catch the match last week, the 6-man tag?
No.
The full match is on YouTube. It's an awesome match.
Okay, I will look it
Joe
up. Sure.
Gacy was just on fire in that match.
As I'm sure he would be.
We also were talking about who could possibly be stepping up from to challenge Obafemi for the North American title on NXT tomorrow night.
Okay.
I went with TNA's Moose.
Oh.
We've had a TNA invasion. Moose just lost his heavyweight title.
Kind of like a couple that
I do.
Bobby's
I do too,
putting
actually.
in here too. Steve Macklin and Hammerstone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually surprised at myself that I didn't pick Joe Hendry for that match. Although I know he's got his thing with Gallus right now.
Right. I'm not a huge fan of Gresham, but Eric Young, that would be cool. Or how about a fellow Canadian in Cody Deaner?
Oh, give me Cody any day, all day, every day. I got to meet that guy prior to TNA. What an awesome dude he is.
Yep. Pete saying don't break up the New Day. I think I'm okay with them breaking up. DX broke up, and they were still fantastic.
We've got ourselves a Parish appearance. It's been a minute.
It's a run-in. Know your shit, bro.
I do know my shit, bro.
Then you would have read the sign, bruv.
Well, I'm sorry, but I was looking at your beautiful face.
Don't. You got a little something on your nose here.
I know, it's a nice tan line, isn't it?
No, it's not. How's everyone doing?
Doing good.
I'm sick.
Why are you sick?
I don't know.
Do you mean Dr. Feelgood?
I've been consulting with the doctor, but
Okay.
yeah.
The doctor will see you now.
Yeah, I've just not been feeling well since my birthday or the night before.
Speaking of Motley Crue and old bands, I've been listening to Oldies 93 here. And I made myself feel even older when they started playing tunes from the mid-90s on that station.
Oh, wait, 90s music makes you feel older?
Yeah. Because in my brain,
so
I'm
you're
like,
listening to songs from the 80s, but the 90s made you feel older. Am I getting this correctly?
yes.
Okay. I just wanted to double check on
Because
that.
it just, to me, it still feels like the 90s was yesterday. Even though I know that it was the 90s ended 25 years ago.
Have you been in like 24-year coma and we just never knew about this?
Yes.
That explains everything.
Oh, here we go with Odyssey Jones coming.
You shouldn't because I have gas and it still goes down. I'm short, so you'll get the worst of that if you bow.
Hey, look, I said his name and he appeared. Joe Hendry's appeared on a sign.
Holy crap, you have a you-know-what from Joe Hendry, don't you?
I've had it since he's made his debut 13 years ago.
I kind of hope WWE refers to Odyssey Jones as OJ, just as a just as a shot.
Who's this guy he's taking on?
Looks like
Whiny.
a Timu version of Santana.
It really does, actually.
Oh, back hair. Come on, dude. You got to at least shave that for TV. Vincent Whiny. You really need to change that name, bro.
Right? So do you think that we're going to see Odyssey fully become part? And like, is this the new Big E? Is that how people are going to be seeing it and referring to him?
Yeah, it already started last week when he showed up, actually. I saw a lot of online comments calling him the new Big E.
Which sucks.
He kind of like has this like weird Mark Henry feel to him, though.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he really does.
He moves a lot differently than Mark Henry, though.
What do you mean?
I don't think I've ever seen Mark Henry do rolls like that.
Hey, what about the cinnamon rolls?
That's right. The cinnamon roll is probably about the only roll.
So I did not realize how many people in my family have not seen that clip when I went on vacation.
Really?
And let's just say it made a food truck experience even better.
So this is only like my second time seeing Odyssey Jones, and I'm pretty sure this is everybody else's second time only seeing Odyssey Jones, but he's actually quite impressive.
Odyssey did a lot in NXT.
Yeah, but he was there.
People were watching NXT.
Mm-hmm.
He was there already know.
Yeah,
how good he is.
He was there at a time when I kind of slowed my NXT watching.
Oh. I'm okay with this.
Hey, AOP knows how to wear something other than Shield's gear. The Shield's gear.
Oh, nice little touch there.
What's Paul Ellering got on his head?
Kevin Sullivan.
Oh.
Taskmaster.
Huh. I was going to say not hair.
This could be a good little feud. I'd be okay with this.
I have a feeling Odyssey Jones is going to turn on the New Day and join this group.
Really? You think so?
They've been hinting at Xavier Woods doing it, though.
Yeah, but what's the one thing we're always used to do with this era?
Swerves.
Exactly.
And I'm not talking Strickland.
No, I don't think anybody is right now. Do you think Kofi is wearing this to show the Young Bucks that it's not cool?
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's that ice cream truck driving by my place again.
I swear if babyface Kofi is just a man on Cialis 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. Hi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of Karrion Kross. AOP hasn't really shown me too much to make me over the over the moon for them. But I've very much so always been a fan of Karrion Kross, Killer Kross.
I mean, for AOP, like at the end of their initial like NXT run, I was starting to like, okay, get behind them. And then when they got called up and they were with Seth Rollins, that was like the only time I was like digging him. But then, yeah, it's just that they're the slow burn, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like that whole feud they had with DIY and NXT was just fantastic.
Did you just say Scout's Otter?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he did.
You sure did.
Why are they still called Alpha Academy?
I don't know.
Just because their leader left doesn't mean that they have to change their name. Look at the Judgment Day, for example.
I still don't look at Finn Balor as a Judgment Day. I look at Rhea and Damian as the Judgment Day, to be quite honest.
I'm looking at something that I like on the TV screen right now.
Tozawa? Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel you.
Oh, no, not Tozawa. No.
Otis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's that free Otis shirt. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh, and look at who's there.
Oba Femi.
Oba Femi.
Why did I just make that a jingle?
I don't know.
What? And I don't even know
The
what
word.
jingle. What jingle is that though? Too. That's an
Oh, Green Giant.
maybe.
Nope.
No.
I don't know. I don't know. It sounded familiar though.
Yeah. Right. Oh, that's gonna like drive me crazy tonight.
Parrish and I are going to be on the stream later on, and it's going to suddenly just pop into his head.
Right?
Like it's totally an American one that like was like I'm pretty sure of that. I don't know. The thing is, like, I realize that when I see, like, when something's in my head and I can't get it, I gotta like get away from it, and then it'll just come back to me later on.
Yeah.
But
That's typical.
it's just not gonna happen. I know it, and it's gonna eat me alive today.
It's gonna eat you like the mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's one thing I loved about the Carolina. Mosquitoes were not that thing.
Right?
Other things were though. Yeah. Like there were crabs on the beach, there were jellyfish in the beach.
Yes.
There's a lot of spiders.
I mean, they've got their reasonings, you know.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, it was very weird spending the entire time of Olympics in another country. Because
Celebrated very differently, isn't it?
I saw very little Canada stuff. Man, USA really likes to cheer for that red, white, and blue, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they do. They really like to cheer for anything USA.
Yeah, coming from two guys who live in a border city, we know for sure, Carl. Don't we, Carl?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh. It was funny though, like not gonna lie, there were times where I'm there and I see like American fans for the Olympics or whatnot, and they lose, and like Canada would do better, and then I would just like, just a little bit, because it's like the one few times where it's like, yeah, we're gonna medal. But then I see a Carolina Panthers, and I'm wearing a nice New Orleans Saints hat, and I'm just like, yeah, double. It was great.
Canada didn't do too bad in the Olympics this year.
No, we did a lot better than we usually do.
Mm-hmm.
We suck at the summer games. I'll flat out admit that.
I gotta say though, why the hell is breakdancing in the Olympics? Like seriously, people, what are we doing? Like why?
I didn't even know it was a thing until that one who was taking some spasms.
Oh, the one in the green?
Yeah.
That's all around Twitter, and the best one is when somebody put the Seinfeld music to it because it was hilarious.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's good. It's funny. Just the memes. It's pretty good. It's like, have you ever seen 8 Crazy Nights?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Remember at the very end, Whitey, who's so happy, he has his like happy seizure, and people are going to be like, "What are you talking about?" But in the context of the movie, it makes sense. People, and he's just like spinning in a circle. That's exactly what that dude breakdancing like reminded me of.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Australian. Yes.
Yeah.
But like, here's something that bugged me. That's Australian, but they're wearing green. Why can't they wear their country's colors?
Well, their colors are also red, white, and blue too.
Yeah, then wear them. I see green. I'm thinking like Ireland, like Brazil. You can't tell on a Twitter thing, all right? You just see like the knees going and they're spinning in a circle. It's like they're on a Lady Susan.
And here comes the Creed brothers, aka American Made.
Really good with all the graphics and the logos and all of that. Very, very well done.
Yeah. Although I gotta say, when I was typing in the description for the show, my computer wanted to correct American Made to American Male.
Oh.
So it really wanted me to get some Marcus Bagwell and
that's a nice cover. I really, really question your search history to why American Male was popping up instead.
because I actually did look up Marcus Bagwell the other day.
That's a fib. Nobody looks up Marcus Bagwell. Come on.
Well, I did, so.
Actually, I have a story about what buffed Bagwell, but I cannot say that on air. I'll tell you guys after the show.
So Chad Gable is hiding in Paris, France right now.
Yes, he is. Yeah. And Pete schooling us on Olympics. He says that Australia's colors for sport is green.
Why aren't the runners in green then?
I don't
I
know.
saw a runner from Australia wearing the flag colors.
Yeah, I actually saw that too.
I'm more confused than Vince McMahon on a script on game day. It's not nice.
Oh, fly.
What's actually funny in this is I want to see. Oh man, I'm horrible with telling these ones apart.
Me too.
Julius, I think, is the taller one with the shorter hair, if I'm not mistaken.
And Brutus is the thicker one.
Yeah, but Brutus and Otis just seem like they're related.
Right.
And it's weird because I'm pretty sure the other two are. If I'm not mistaken, the Creed brothers are actually brothers.
I
Yeah.
believe so, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
That's what's mind-blowing to me because if you've ever watched Brutus Creed's show where all he does is eat and rank foods and you're just that's an Otis thing to do 100%.
Oh yeah.
Come on, that was your time to be oh yeah. I'm very disappointed that you didn't go that way. You didn't take it.
It is disappointing. You're welcome.
I just well, thank you. I set the bar very low.
Oh yeah. You did.
I'm at the point where I would like not necessarily a gimmick change, but just a refresher for Maxine, Tozawa, and Otis.
Keep them together, but change what they're doing
Oh, yeah.
far as their gimmick
I
goes.
don't want to see them not together. They're fantastic together.
Yeah.
I think as a manager valet for these two, that's a niche for Maxine.
Yeah.
She kind of reminds me of the modern day Stacy Keibler, to be quite honest.
That's not a
I
bad
see
thing.
that. I get that. I feel that. I like it.
What I don't like is the fact that we're going back to commercial break.
Yeah, but that allows us to have some us time.
Oh, us time.
I like us time.
Us time.
Speaking of which, where the hell has OMD been lately?
He has his kid this time again.
Also, by the way, Bess, you killed it the last little while doing all those shows by yourself. So good job.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
It was a hard week last week, but I pulled it. I pulled through. So
Please don't say it was a hard week. I pulled it ever again, but yes, you did.
you guys know what was going on. So
I know.
Yeah. And
Bye, Joe.
for me, it sucks. I hate that work has me scheduled the way that they do. I really don't have I don't have the availability to really choose what I work now. So my Tuesdays have always been just ridiculous. So I mean I hate having to, but there are Tuesdays where I can't be there because I'm at work.
mm-hmm.
No, I know exactly what you mean, Carl, on that, because that I mean, like we're not gonna like insult the people that have stayed with us for a while, guys like Bobby and Leeds. You know where Carl and I have been in the past, whether it was Love Wrestling or our local establishment. That really affected a lot of opportunities for me as well. Just work, but you got to do what you got to do, and and I don't think anybody is not going to say, Carl, you don't put in more than 100%, because the entire time I've known you, that's all you do is go, go, go. And,
Yeah, because what the viewers see is not what we see, because we see Carl working behind the scenes more often than not, you know.
And he's not wearing pants, people. It is quite the attraction, let me tell you.
I am actually wearing pants today.
I know.
But generally, I am not. And today was just a whirlwind of different things that had to be done and get done. It's my day off, and they've been giving me split days off. So hopefully somebody is available for tomorrow with Chris, with Mr. Best, because they have me at work again.
Yeah, I was going to check with Bubba, but I just remembered he told me this afternoon he's not going to be available for the remainder of the month.
Oh, for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
Well, if things continue this way, we may have to look at, unfortunately, maybe once in a while, doing pre-taped shows.
Another idea that I had tinkering around in my head is maybe I can piece together a clip show of some kind or something like that, you know?
That works too once in a while. Yep. So I can tell you for sure.
Oh,
next Tuesday, it looks like I am available.
Sweet deal.
But the Tuesday after that, I'm not.
Well,
Dan, I mean, like
OMD will be back by then. So,
okay.
Speaking of him, I need to message him about something. So,
okay, you make sure that you message him about something while the Creed brothers. Oh, maybe not. I thought that they were going to be destroying Tozawa here. Turns out Tozawa had a trick up his non-existent sleeves. Tozawa. Oh, here comes Otis.
I'm loving this Texas tornado rule here.
You're loving it? You're liking it?
I'm loving it.
Yeah, loving it.
McDonald's yesterday.
You had McShits?
Oh, I didn't. No.
Oh,
I did not want McDonald's. When she ordered
our burrito tonight,
she ordered, and I'm like, I kind of wanted a McDonald's Coke, but at the same time, I was like, I probably shouldn't.
I had hamburger helper for dinner tonight.
Goodness.
Ooh, good call. Bobby, I also want to say thank you so much for the follow on Instagram. I highly appreciate that. So thank you.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much a part of me that wants Otis to dress up as a Kool-Aid guy.
I was going to say I want him to be the spokesperson for Kool-Aid.
Who they have is fine. I kind of want to see just a spoof. Like, if they ever do those Hollywood spoofs again, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, just go all the way, WWE, please. Like, have the Creed brothers do Dukes of Hazzard because it's just funny. Wow.
Way to go to Zawa. Holy shit.
Well, thank you, Bobby. I really had very little idea of what I was going to do, but I figured, hey, I wanted to let everybody know what I thought of SummerSlam because
Oh,
okay, that's different. Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh.
this is great. Oh, no.
See, this is what I'm loving about this match is that we're getting to see Tozawa shine, and it's been a while since we've seen that.
I love how Tozawa just has like a 0 F's mentality, and he just goes.
Right? Oh, my goodness. No. What are we? No, what are we? Oh.
And Carl has his inner Homer Simpson right now.
Oh.
It's Otis too.
Right?
Oh, it's so good.
Holy shit, this is good.
Oh, look. Depth in the tag team division. Who
It's a
would've known?
beautiful thing.
Right?
Ooh. Ooh.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Finally. I was waiting for this for a while.
Wow. Cool. Cole just mentions Ivy Nile and she looks over and he just stops.
Is that blood on his head? I think
I
it
don't
is.
know. It looks like it.
It totally is. Oh, no.
Oh, no, yeah. That looks... I think that's tape, actually.
No, I think it is blood because it's on both of them. Michael Cole, stop looking at your script.
He's allowed. He has notes. He's a journalist. Where are they tonight?
Austin, Texas.
Oh, okay, that would explain. Ooh, Pete Dunne.
Oh, gonna explain why he's been attacking Sheamus over the last couple of weeks.
It's funny I ask you that, and then I see nothing but the Longhorn logos.
Right? Everywhere.
Yeah.
A terrible nickname. Yep.
Just bring back your old theme song. Tell Deaf Rebel to go duck to and go you know what themselves.
Telling Jackie never use that name again. Wow.
Jackie, what are you doing?
Ooh, just saying tonight. Not mentioning the, main event or anything.
Well, usually they don't say it's the main event sometimes until like the second hour or third hour.
Mhm.
Yeah, true. We are in the second hour, though.
No, I know, but like they usually always say it's tonight, and then like later on, it's like our main event of the night.
Gotcha.
Sometimes they do that.
Or sometimes too, they won't even mention it like on air, but in that email that I get where they talk about the preview, it'll say main event or something like that,
Now, have you guys seen a Sami Zayn warm up thing yet?
No.
See it now. If that happens at the end of the second hour, I guarantee you it's the main event.
Right.
I'm going back and checking out stuff I missed. What
Yeah.
a burn by Rhea on Dom.
Right?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so good. Oh,
yeah.
terrific.
I don't even know if that's PG. I don't even know if that's PG.
Oh no, that was Parish guaranteed. That's totally Parish. That's totally PG. Oh yeah, no, trust me. I have ideas for my soon-to-be wrestling tea store. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there are some ideas. Yeah. Yes, Carl. You seem like you have a eureka moment going on. Either that or you have something in the beard. I don't know.
It's gas. Just gas.
Peak gas. Got it. Yeah.
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 Cool. Okay. Now, is it the premium live event or is it the cool diesel type gas? See you? I took a joke. You're trying to think of something right now. I know you are.
The Uber arena.
I want to see these knuckle crushers, but in the NHL, because I want a Barry Trotz one because it probably looks identical. Because they don't give anybody a neck on these figures. Are they going to talk about the SmackDown in Edmonton that I have row one tickets to? Yeah, that's right. Row one tickets.
So there's a definite chance we might see you on the TV then.
Yeah, it's not on the floor though.
Oh,
Yeah.
Row 1, but not on the floor.
Yeah. But we
So it's
are
row 1 of section 301.
no. It's row
Oh.
1. Yeah. No, because in our arena, even the row 1 in the second deck isn't row 1. It's they keep it on. Yeah.
Oh.
The way it should be. They just started off at like I think it's 201 or something like that.
Interesting.
that was a really cool drone shot at the Uber Arena in Berlin, by the way.
Yeah.
I had like the best Uber driver in South Carolina. The guy was like fantastic. If it wasn't like so close to like leaving, I totally wanted to like party with that guy.
Really?
Oh, he was great. He was telling us like a story of like how like this crazy he was driving this crazy chick home, and then she tried to like make a pass at him, and then when he said no, she was trying to like pretend that she was passed out. So he then called the ambulance on her. And in the States, when you call the ambulance, they have to call the cops. So and now like this chick was like so screwed. It's just like he just matched her crazy with like, yeah, gotcha. It was so
Right?
good. And then the best part is he can't beat her. Oh, and then it was so good. I'm like, that's my kind of guy. Hey, when people want to F with you, you got to F with them right back.
That's right.
Don't hate the play, hate the game. And this guy knew how to play the game.
The game that I'm liking is Bash of Berlin. The theme that they've been using, Ratatata, Electric Callboy, and Baby Metal.
Oh, anything Baby Metal's awesome.
Love it.
I did think it was a little bit of a miss to not to use Rammstein in any way. Just saying.
Right?
Duhas would have been fire.
And Till would have been all for it.
Right? Man, that's like one of my like, oh my god, had we got to Berlin one day earlier, we would have got to see Rammstein in Germany, and it would have been fucking awesome.
Looks like a Pillman in the background.
He actually does. And it looks like Pillman's wife next to him, actually.
It looks like one of Pat McAfee's like buddies on his show, like that Bossman guy.
Yeah.
Just make them a tag. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, they're in a match tonight for the number one contendership for the women's tag titles.
I have time for them as a tag team. I really do. It's fresh. It's intriguing. And I don't want to see Io back in the women's title picture right now. And Kairi's not. She just doesn't feel like she's there at the women's title level yet right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This is kind of why a mid-card women's title makes sense. Because it helps. This lull that you have for some people.
True.
That's why I kind of think Kairi Sane might be the first ever women's speed champion. Saying it.
Oh. Possibly. I could see that.
Does this trio have a name yet, or are they still nameless?
No, they're still nameless, and it's bugging the hell out of me because I think they should have a name.
Oh, shoot your shot. Uh-huh. The WWE Women's Tag Team Champions.
I love the fact they put the titles on these two because now I've been seeing them all the time, and it's fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just want to see them be put in more of a dominant role. Bobby, I am not against that pick by any means.
For who?
Oh, they're the Pure Fusion Collective.
For who,
That is-
Parrish?
Hey, we're not on SmackDown, all right? I told you when she was drafted to SmackDown, that's when you get it. Or the Chris Parrish podcast, because I make my own rules.
Say it for Pepper, please.
Tried.
No. We got a name. For
The
them.
Pure Pussy Collective or something. What was it?
Carl.
What was it? Pure Power Collective? Pure Passion? What?
I'm kind of waiting to see what all you're saying because it's funny. It's the Pure Fusion Collective.
Fusion. Okay.
I mean, that's not that good of a name. It's a name, but it's not that good. Like, how do you get that?
I don't know.
Like the
I don't know.
collect. I'd rather you just say we're the collective.
The Collective. Yep, that
Like,
works.
It's more to the point. I mean, pure. You don't need to be pure. Like, take that. You're heels. No. Take that pure and just toss it in the trash. Just do what Nikki Cross did to the 24/7 title. Just attempt to throw it in the trash. Because I knew you, Bassford, were going to correct me on that one.
I actually had to replay that moment in the back of my head.
I used to
But all
watch
I
this
kept-
TV show. It was called The Munsters.
Oh.
And it was just a group of like almost kind of misfits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Almost kind of like what this group is. I mean, we could have called them the Munchers.
Oh.
It would have worked.
I still watch the Munsters, Carl. I find all their episodes are on YouTube right now. So
I downloaded the wrong Munsters a little while ago. Yeah. Yeah.
were you trying to look for Rob Zombie's version?
No, I was just trying to look for the TV show, and apparently I got something very different.
Oh, it was like when WWE tried to put Becky, Charlotte, and Paige as PCB. Oh,
Yes.
sorry, no, the submission sorority is what they tried
Oh,
to
yes,
call it.
submission sorority. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, there's one person there that's like, yes, they're actually doing this. I can't believe it. It's like, I know I'm going to get canned when they figure it out, but it's so worth it.
Why do I feel like that one person was Vince himself?
I see, that's the thing. I actually don't think it was Vince. I think that went way over his head because Vince likes stupid humor.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he does. Like his humor is so like
Juvenile.
Yeah.
oh,
Very
yeah,
juvenile.
That's a way better word than what I wanted to say, but no, I shouldn't. Here.
Yeah, I for sure went down a rabbit hole. with that old name.
You don't say. Actually, since we're kind of at the commercial break,
Mm-hmm.
I said I wouldn't mind Kyrie saying. I wouldn't say like if I'm being told to pick, that wouldn't be my favorite or my pick. But who would your pick be to be the inaugural women's speed champion?
I don't know. You see, I don't know if I want it to be like a oh, thank you, WWE, for putting that. Thank you.
They did this on SmackDown too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know if I would want it to be a main roster talent for the inaugural Speed Women's Championship.
See, I think it should, and I'll give you my reason why.
Please do.
NXT has 2 single women's title, whereas each brand only has 1 on the main roster.
Okay. I can get behind that. I can definitely get behind that.
But given the right person, I'm not against it either. I would love it to be open to anyone. Just like I would hope the speed title. I think the speed title is open to anyone because Axiom and Nathan Frazier have competed for it.
Right.
And for me, somebody that I haven't seen very much of as of late. Ooh, Candice Michelle. She's a name that I haven't.
Dear Lord.
I see her on the socials, but
yeah, but on WWE TV, it's been a minute.
It has been. Somebody that I have been a fan of for a very long time that I haven't seen very much of lately is Gigi Dolan.
Mm-hmm. I was even going to say, would this not be a perfect title for somebody like Natalya?
True. Yeah. No reason why Natty couldn't.
As much as I would love to see it given to somebody like maybe different, like if Tegan Knox was available, like this could be a good opportunity for. I didn't even read the comment. Didn't even read. I have this on full screen. That's funny. Bobby, get out of my head. Actually, no, you know what? You help our shows. So, yeah, you keep doing you, man, because it's awesome. Zoe Stark, if they don't do anything with the tag titles, I think Zoe Stark would be good. Lyra Valkyria, I think, would be fantastic because it's somebody that I think with the 3-minute matches knows how to, and that I'm not going to lie, this is my worry with this title on the women's side because I don't see a lot of urgency in matches sometimes.
Right.
And sometimes the urgency goes a little too long. So I find like if I give it like somebody like Lyra, Natty, or somebody with a little bit more smoothness, like Bailey or somebody, like I would like to see that. But at the same time, I'm very curious to see who would be booking this because we all know that Pete Dunne books the men's speed matches.
Right.
Yeah.
And like is the agent for that. So I'm curious to see who that person is for the women's side. But another one I would say, what about somebody like Stephanie Vacker or Julia? Because I think that would be intriguing.
I think so too, but with both of those last names, they've been kind of hyping them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit, not necessarily too much, but hyping them up to be part of full roster type of situation and not just a internet thing. You know what I mean?
I know, like Piper. I've seen Piper Niven's name be thrown out, and I think that would be a wonderful one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of giving it to a woman who they're not really using right now, but they still have a lot of stock in.
Naomi would be a great person. I think. I think a lot of people like. I don't see her as a women's champion right now. I think she's in a feud, but like Andrade's in a feud. He's the champion. I think Naomi could be a great person for that.
Mm-hmm.
True. Bobby. Yeah.
I like Bobby's choice to produce the women's speed matches.
I mean, even if Natalia is part of it too, because Pete Dunne's an active member on the roster. If they got an active person on the women's side to do it, Natalia, I think, would be a great person as well to help these matches. Or even Bayley. Oh, Bayley would be fantastic. She has an eye on this division that I think is just amazing. If you watch Cody Rhodes' show where he's on his tour bus and he had Bayley on, that was such a good episode.
Yes, it was.
Okay, Carl, you talked about like maybe giving it to somebody not on the main roster.
Yeah.
So you're looking at the NXT then, right?
Yeah.
If not Gigi Dolan, because I do believe she's not active right now.
You're right. She isn't, but this could be a good way to reintroduce.
Yeah. Who would be your? Would
like
there
my
be
next
somebody?
pick?
Yeah, like is there somebody else?
Wendy Chu.
Okay.
I really like what they're doing with Wendy down in NXT right now, by the way.
It for me, where was this Wendy Chu when Joe Gacy needed someone? That's all I'm saying. Like, it just would have fit so well. And there's part of me that kind of likes Wendy Chu in that role. Like, I'm not saying anything bad about Nikki Cross because I love Nikki Cross. Don't get me wrong. I think she is so underappreciated as a whole. But there's something about this Wendy Chu character that just seems like it could have been a better fit. In terms of character play. Maybe not backstory. Yeah. And the Wyatt Sicks is more backstory, so maybe that wouldn't have...
No, I see where you're coming from on that one, Parrish.
It's kind of like that when we talk about who's a good Batman or whatever. We're talking about, okay, there's layers. Who's a good Batman? Who's a good Bruce Wayne? If you're in the Wyatt Sicks, who's a good character for one of these things, but also who has a good backstory? Because the backstory is everything.
Right.
Because the one thing we know about all this stuff is the backstory.
You mentioned Batman, so I have to show it.
Yeah.
One of the little gifts that I got for my birthday.
Nice.
Oh, but wait. There's more.
There's more.
Well, wait. There's more. Ooh.
That's pretty fucking cool.
I'm blue, da ba dee da ba da.
3D printed.
Like this 3D? Or...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That I need to find a spot for. And it's going to go up somewhere behind me. I need to do some rearranging over there, but yeah, that was one of the birthday gifts,
Carl,
which was fantastic.
What you could do, Carl, and I think this is perfect. That mask that you have, move that over, and that would be a perfect spot for that.
I may be able to fit it in there.
That's what she said.
But I would have to kind of remove the two Funkos that are there as well, because I don't want this on top of the Funkos.
Could you not make a little like platform in between that and put it on it?
I don't have another floating shelf for that.
No.
So, Carl,
I will figure it out.
I don't remember if you were here in the chat when I found these things, but I found our NOWA titles
Oh,
from when you and
no,
I were trying to get it running.
I was not here
have-
when you found those.
I have every single one of them. I have the world heavyweight. I have the Intercontinental and the Canadian title. It was based off the Intercontinental and the tag team belts.
Nice. I wondered what had ever happened to those. I thought I had them in a storage tote for a while, and then when my wife and I separated, they weren't there, and I never knew where they went.
Somehow I ended up with them.
Interesting.
Come on, Shayna, you were better than that.
I found them when I was digging. I was trying to look for my Hacksaw Jim Duggan autographed photo, and I came across all of that.
Nice.
So I'm like, once I get things going here, that's going to make for some nice set deck.
Yeah.
I found also my RVD Unmatched Fury action figure.
Nice.
Still box, mint in box, by the way.
Nice.
He's never leaving the box.
That's what she said. RVD is going to be wrestling in Edmonton pretty soon.
Nice.
Oh.
Love Wrestling has a show at West Edmonton Mall called West Edmonton Brawl, and it's featuring Mr. Monday Night.
Nice.
Whole effing show.
Do they do wrestling shows that often at the West Edmonton Mall?
No.
Because I was going to say, where would they set up there?
Probably on the ice surface.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right, people. There is a shopping mall in Edmonton with a hockey arena.
Oh yeah.
Where the Edmonton Oilers do some training.
Not so much now. There's other areas for that.
West Ed is huge.
Yeah.
And I heard that they're expanding. They might be closing the store for like a year and expanding.
Really?
It. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. There are people there that do not like the fact that Mall of America, I think it's Mall of America, made its store larger. So they're saying, nope. I love the ego. I'm loving the fact that Canada had like the ego there. It's like, no, we said we're the largest and we're going to be the largest. I kind of love that.
Me too.
So was there a winner crowned in this match or no?
No, there was not. I mean, technically, yes, there was interference. Right, so it was a DQ.
I say do a 4-corner match at Bash of Berlin.
I was going to say
Jade Bianca.
Like, yeah. Sorry, Parrish.
I'm used to it by now. You go. What were you saying?
I was just agreeing with you that it should be a multi-women tag match.
Here's an idea. Do a first time women's tag team scramble championship match.
It's been forever since we saw a scramble match. I would love that. Oh.
I might
That is
have
a
to see
cool
Randy.
ass shirt too from Randy Orton too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm not even gonna lie. There's part of me that just wants to see Randy Orton be the speed champion. Like, how random would it be? But all he has to do is go in, RKO, done.
Right?
And you're just like, yeah, okay. I believe it. It's Randy Orton. Also, I'm going to say it now. It's probably not happening, but you know my mentality. If you just say stuff and it happens, you called it. So, at Bash of Berlin, imagine this. Randy Orton, Kevin Owens help each other, and they both become champion.
Mhm.
It won't happen. They won't take it off Gunther in Germany. They'll make him. They'll make him like just a god in Germany. That is going to be a crazy, crazy show.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
But there's part of me that kind of thinks it's Randy Orton. If he was to lose to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
Randy Orton's not a bad person to lose to.
True, I agree with that.
But speaking of KO, I'm really intrigued with this storyline that they're doing. They're like they forced him the title shot, and he doesn't want the title shot.
Yeah,
I kind of like that.
I feel like he's turning heel for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want that. I like babyface KO. Babyface KO is awesome. And then babyface KO with this version of Randy Orton is money. And I don't want to see it changed. I actually want them to just keep going with them as a tag team. I'm with it. And you know what? I have to thank Matt Riddle for this because Matt Riddle made RK Bro or rated RK Bro, whatever they were called. He made that good. And then he made Randy Orton different to the point where it was like, I don't know, like he brought out a different side of Randy Orton. And I feel that Randy Orton has carried over and evolved with KO. And it's like they both know when to be entertaining and then also take it serious. And they both have that switch, and it's fantastic. Also, Chris Best, I promise I won't get loaded at this SmackDown and join the show. Like I did with the Royal Rumble.
Oh, come on. That was fun.
That was really, that was very funny. I am very excited to see Jade Cargill, though. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm looking at, like, who am I actually excited to see? Hopefully I see Jacob Fatu. Hopefully I see Jade. Hopefully I see Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. Who knows? We might get Hikuleo by then.
You're for sure going to see Roman as well.
Oh, yeah. I was talking to a buddy I'm going with, and he's like, do you think Roman's going to be there? I'm like, Roman used to play football there. Of course he'll be there. We're going to see Cody because he doesn't miss shows. The guy's too old school to miss shows. We're going to see LA Knight. That's going to be awesome because the last time I saw him, he was a heel.
Would that be the Bray Wyatt match?
Sure was.
So they were just promoting NXT going to Chicago for their first taping or first live show on CW. And of course, they're going to have CM Punk on that show.
Yeah. And the second week, they're going to St. Louis where Randy Orton's going to be at that show. So did you guys know that Rev Theory made a new version of his theme song and Randy Orton said no to it?
Yes.
Yep. I have the new version on my Spotify somewhere.
Yes, Santos Escobar too. I'm not gonna lie, I love the fact he said it. I don't hate the new version, but this is just better. And I love it when guys or girls put their foot down and they use Jim Johnson or even the UFO or CFO,
Yeah.
sorry,
CFO, yeah.
Yeah.
on there, because there are people that still use CFO music, and I love it. Because CFO, like Def Rebel, has made some good songs.
Some.
They have made more bad ones than good ones, so their track record is not there. This match is going to be so good.
Yeah.
It's such a random match because of, like, it makes sense to why,
Right.
But it's such a random match, though. Oh, please have Kaiser interrupt him because I want to see Kaiser and Orton so bad. Well, he has gear on, everything but wrist tape, which is
True.
kind of weird. If you're going to wear your gear, why not have the wrist tape on?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Good camera shot.
I love those crowd shots.
I would just keep watching.
Yeah.
That slow pull.
It's beautiful.
I love it. Ludwig Kaiser would also be a great person to take the speed title off on Friday. I'm also just saying that.
I could actually see Kaiser, if he did do that, I could see Kaiser actually parading around with that title.
Okay.
Like actually coming onto Raw, and he's got the title on his shoulder.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
I kind of also want to see Dominic with the speed title because it'd be hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all know where
Yeah.
jokes could go on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, Carl, gotta ask. I know Randy Orton's speaking right now, but on a scale of doesn't bother me to super jealous, we know that you have a thing for Liv. How jealous or not are you of Dominic Mysterio right now?
Infinity.
Okay. Since the guy went from being in a relationship or quote unquote with Rhea to Liv, the guy has already got a Hall of Fame pedigree, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah. This is what I'm here to see.
Okay. Serious question for you guys because it popped in my head because we're talking about
Yeah.
the musics and then Gunther's coming down. If Mr. Johnson was to still be in the game right now doing theme songs, how bitchin' would his theme song for Gunther be?
It would be to use a film analogy, it would be reaching John Williams' epicness.
I think as long as Mr. Jim Johnson kept it similar to what this is, I would be okay with it. Because for me, it's fitting this right now.
As soon as you hear that first riff off the violin, right?
Yeah. But even what he was using before, like just that classical, was beautiful.
And that's what I mean by that John Williams epicness as well. Because, I mean, you think of John Williams, you think Star Wars, you think Indiana Jones, and the fantastic score that came out of those movies.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that belt looks good with Gunther, by the way.
Yes, it does.
Title. Championship. The belt holds up your pants. Say championship belt. Title belt. But at least add those words.
Well, I was talking about the belt that's wrapped around his waist.
Why the are you looking? Don't look at his ring general. Look at the ring general.
That championship looks like it's like 8 or 10 millimeters thick. That's a thick championship.
Thank you, Carl. Best you're still looking at his waist belt, are you?
I am.
This promo and interaction is actually very intriguing.
Kind of would just arcade the ozone right now.
Right?
Here's a hot take. Who would you rather have break Flair's record? Or Cena or Orton?
Orton.
Orton.
I want both. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care about Flair. He's good, but come on. I want Cena to do it, then I want Orton to do it. Who, by the way, is apparently Randy Orton is apparently signed with WWE till 2029.
Oh, interesting.
And from the rumors, both LA Knight and Michael Cole have signed extensions with WWE as of this last week.
Sweet. Oh. Oh. Oh, jeez. Going to those personal levels once again. Wow. Neither one of them seeming phased at all that Drew McIntyre's music hit or that he's even on his way out to the ring.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting an RKO out of Randy Orton in this whole thing.
I feel he's still.
Oh, just wait.
It's Randy Orton, man.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh! Come on. I thought that was funny.
It was.
Oof. Okay. Transitioning from one to another.
I kind of like that.
How does Punk not have that bracelet back? Did McIntyre take it off Rollins at SummerSlam?
Yeah, it was left in the middle of the ring, and Drew got the win, and
Oh, okay.
Drew snagged it.
Huh.
It looks like
He
he
did
has a dog collar on his with that T-shirt.
It does, right? I was thinking the same thing.
He just whipped Drew, as JR would say, like a government mule.
Can we say Drew McIntyre was more whipped tonight on Raw than OMD was?
Yeah.
Sorry, OMD. At least you get to enjoy Austin Matthews as your next captain. Okay. Trade for WWE because I don't know. Like last Monday, you guys got A-Town Down Under and Randy Orton, but SmackDown didn't get anybody yet, right?
Right.
There's supposed to be this talent trade from Aldis and then I suggest Randy Orton for Jey Uso and Sami Zayn.
I mean, Roman's going to need some help, so.
I mean, that makes sense story-wise. Oh!
Yeah. Oh, man, Pete Dunne and Imperium could be interesting, too.
Right? You got him with the shillelagh.
Yeah, that's been his weapon of choice to attack Sheamus with lately.
Well, as Alanis Morissette would say, isn't it ironic?
That's the song I heard today that made me feel old.
Don't you think?
Why does that make you feel old? What?
Because the fact that
I still use Metallica sometimes as a theme song. Well, not now because I have my own. Thanks, Downstate. Cheap plug. But that song was made before I was born. It's still a banger. Why does music make you feel old?
it's because I tuned into the oldie station, and my brain
And
still
that
thinks,
didn't make you feel old?
do you want me to finish my statement or not?
Oh, what's okay for you to interrupt me?
You're going to throw hands here.
That's a touche thing right there.
No, it's just my brain still thinks of like the oldies as like tunes from like the 50s and 40s. So tuning in and like hearing it.
You're not wrong.
No, I know, but I mean like tuning in and in the mid and listening to tunes from the mid 90s on an oldie station just made me feel like
it's not our fault that our generation of music kicks the living tar out of the current generation of music.
This is true.
So Chris Best.
Thank you.
I think part of the problem is that our rock station that we have here
Plays the same songs over and over and over again.
and plays the same songs from the 90s and the 80s with a little 2000s sprinkled in.
Yeah.
With twice a month something from now.
Yeah, and then you tune in to the oldies and you could hear Alanis Morissette and not hear something from her for like 4 or 5 hours, you know?
Right. But so you're hearing on what should be the rock station the same songs that you're hearing on the oldies station.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, you're not it's not computing that, this is actually an oldies because the rock station is still playing them as if they're new
and current.
Yeah, Rock 101, I'm calling you out.
Yeah, enough with the AC/DC and Thunderstruck every hour. Because literally, there was one day, Carl, where I tuned into Rock 101 every hour at 45 minutes past the hour. AC/DC Thunderstruck would come on. I swear, I had it on for a few hours and I must have heard it 6 or 7 times.
I mean, isn't all radio kind of the same? Like it just plays like random, like, and I have friends in the radio industry, and they have told me that like, yeah, we can only play certain music. We don't have free range on what we can.
Yeah,
play. And it's not like come on, like it's boring. Like when I hear, oh, here's the latest from Seether, and it's like, yeah, I've heard this song for 9 months. How is this still considered the latest when I know they released an album with 14 songs.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. But so our local radio station, Rock 101, plays stuff from the 80s and the 90s.
yeah.
With a bit of the
Right?
70s mixed in there.
Yeah, right. With some of the 70s. Now, I understand how they can only play certain things, that they have those things that they have to abide by. But why is it that a radio station in Toronto, Kitchener, Mississauga, Winnipeg, Calgary, Edmonton, all these other places?
Hey, Edmonton is not better. I will say.
But
I have listened to some radio stations online
mhm.
that are actual radio stations that play current music.
Like Toronto's Q107, which is a rock station.
Our rock station does not play current, but want to classify themselves as today's best rock.
Yeah.
Bullshit. A bullshit? A bullshit.
Bullshit.
And the way that we
I know exactly what clip you're talking about, Carl.
Yeah. And the way we have to sometimes get our current rock is by tuning into, I don't even know if they still run it, but LSSU's radio station plays more current rock than, or played more current rock than Rock 101 did.
Well,
They don't anymore.
Sadly, I say this, though. If you look to radio for updates on music, you are already lost.
Well, that's, again, why I choose to listen to the oldies, because a lot of today's music sucks anyways.
There's a lot that does. However, depending on what you like, you have to go out and find it, because there's a lot of music out there. It's just like there's a lot of wrestling out there. If you want to find what you want, it's out there. You just have to go and search for it.
Yeah, and that's why I do the YouTube thing, because I'll type YouTube, I'll go into YouTube and say today's rock, and it'll give me like 2024 rock, a playlist, you know what I mean, to check out.
Sounds like this could be a good show, by the way. Just say it for future reference.
I think I need to get into.
Also, let me do this, because we have people from different areas of the world in our chat. If you have music that you want us to listen to, or you think, hey, check this out, let us do it. Because somebody like Leeds, Bobby, you both come from different areas of the world. If there's music that you want me to listen to, let me do it, and I'll review it. And I'll let you know my opinion on the Chris Parrish podcast.
Like Skillet, for instance, put out a new tune the other day, Unpopular, and it's a bit of a banger.
That's interesting that the sign says "in the mood." I know they're at the Moody Center, but
yeah, I kind of like the tease that they did with Gunther and Punk. It was just a slight little tease where we saw Gunther just walking by, and he threw a bunch of bottles off of a table, and Punk just stopped and looked at him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think at some point, well, you have to. If Seth Rollins isn't available to go right away, well, let's be honest. Seth Rollins, CM Punk is going to happen at WrestleMania next at 41.
Yeah.
That has to be a penciled in thing. Ooh. Yeah,
Mark
Henry.
And his son, who is training at PC
signed.
Who just signed. Holy Christ, his son totally looks like him from the mid-90s.
It's a chocolate chip. Huh? It's a chocolate chip off the old block. Oh, come on. Oh, can you... Oh, man. Why does my, No, I have to look at. Have you guys listened to Guns N' Roses before? Dude, I have gone. Okay, so I've gone to like 6 Guns N' Roses concerts. I have never seen the original Guns N' Roses, and that is still something that I wish I could see, and I have not. Um, but yes,
Yeah, that's something that'll sadly never happen, though.
no, GNR is a classic. November
Mhm.
Rain is like that was the ultimate like dance song at like high school dances when I was growing up. Because
November rain, November rain. That one?
it's stupid long. And 2, in the cold November rain. It's stupid long, and if you like you asked a girl to dance and like they did it out of spite, it was a great way of just like getting more time with it. It was such a good rib because like you could tell right away like a chick says like yeah fine, but like it was a power move for nobody but yourself.
Good Lord. Oh.
I love the throwback shirt to when R-Truth had that as a vest.
Right? Oh.
I kind of want Miz to use that pattern on all of his gear.
Why?
I think it would look cool.
Okay.
And 2, what gear he has doesn't match his shirt. Like, here's the thing. I understand people are going to have their opinions on shirts on wrestlers. That's fine. But if you're going to do one, at least have the shirt match your gear.
Yeah.
At the very least, if you're going to do that, like, don't wear this pink shirt and have like dark blue, like navy blue, like gear. It looks dumb. It's part of your outfit. Right. It's part of everything. Make it count. There just seems like there's it just doesn't fly. Like the red, it looks like Miz is wearing the same trunks that he beat Randy Orton for when he became WWE champion for the first time.
Right.
Yeah, that's a throwback. But I don't know. Like, why not? Like, this is a chance to kind of evolve what you do. Like, just do it. What's worse that can happen? It gets rejected, then don't do it the next week.
True.
Like, that's the beauty of being on TV every week. If something doesn't work, you can just go back to it the next week and act like it didn't happen.
Yeah, like when Dolph Ziggler dyed his hair brown the one week.
I don't think that would have... If he grew that out, I don't think it would have been half bad.
Yeah.
It just looked dumb as short hair. But it's not like his spaghetti hair made it any better, though.
No, he did look like a bowl of fucking ramen.
If he bled like Ric Flair bled in the 80s, he would look like spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah, he would. He totally would.
That Uber Eats commercial is really like just no, please, no. I'm tired of it.
Yeah. I've been tired of Uber Eats as in general. Like, I can't stand their business model. Pay for your food, then take your money 2 weeks later. Doesn't make any sense to me.
No, me either.
That's why you skip the dishes, because they take your money immediately.
should order food. It's like the crappy thing about just coming back from vacation. We don't have anything right now, so
That sucks.
well, it does, but you kind of know that. Like, what are we gonna do? Have like a 4-liter thing of milk and then leave for 2 weeks? That wouldn't be smart.
Yeah, true.
True.
I mean, it's like we have stuff in our freezer. That's one thing, but then you got to thaw, like unthaw it, and then like cook it. That takes time. It's too late in the night now to like do that.
Pierce, the way you were thinking about making dinner is exactly how I was thinking. Then I'm like, you know what? Just pull out some beef and make some hamburger helper. Something quick, something simple.
Hamburger helper's fine. It's like the quickest. It's delicious. You know, that's okay.
Where's the beef? Braun said kicking out after 1.
No. Bronson's got all the beef.
Nice from the Miz.
It's actually a pretty good match.
Oh, goodness.
You guys made me realize I can order, and I looked at the time, and I'm like, I had 6 minutes to order from a place I like, and I'm like, nailed it.
Nice.
So thank you guys. Also,
You're welcome.
Thank God they're doing something important with Bronson Reed right now, because like it's just. Oh, R-Truth, you're a beauty.
Right?
Who inducts R-Truth to the Hall of Fame? Because we all know it's a guarantee that he's a Hall of Famer.
That's a good question.
Because I don't want it to be The Miz. I really don't want it to be The Miz. It makes sense, but I don't want it to be The Miz.
Would Road Dogg make sense?
I also hope it's not Road Dogg.
Well, I mean, like Road Dogg kind of brought him in, you know.
I would almost. I'd rather put AJ Styles over that.
That I was thinking Cena or Styles
or Scott D'Amore.
Oh, I would love it if it was Scotty.
I also love how Bronson Reed is doing exactly what Braun Breaker did, and Adam Pearce just doesn't figure it out yet. Just accept the chaos, man. Just accept the chaos.
Can you imagine Adam Pearce taking the bump right now?
I kind of hope he does. How crazy would the fans get if that's what happens? Imagine if this led to an Adam Pearce versus Bronson Reed match. I just tickled Funny Bones, and I know I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love how like this is so like getting to Pierce. But
He was sort of the same way when he attacked Seth Rollins last week, though.
no, I know that's not kind of where I'm going. Like he's okay with this, but the Wyatt Sicks stuff, he's like, nope, 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 nope.
Right?
Like, what's worse?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Oh.
This is fantastic. He's going to get fired, and Aldis is going to pick him up, and it's going to be great.
Goodness.
Oh, what did I predict?
I don't know. What did you predict?
Oh, Sami Zayn thing. Oh, I didn't expect Jey Uso to get there.
Look at the time, though. It's definitely the main event.
Right? That's what I was saying, though. That is what I'm saying.
Next.
Doesn't it warm your heart, though, that these two are, like, best friends, and they've had that, like, since day one-ish?
Yeah.
Wouldn't change anything. 24 Damian Priest streaming on the on Peacock.
That's a great thing. Also, I will talk to you guys after the stream. I have something to tell you.
Ooh.
It's great. Actually, screw it. There's a Twitter account. It's a Twitter, like X account, whatever, of a guy. All he does is post things in full, and I do not know how he's not like busted. He has flat out said he does not know how he's not busted yet, but that's how I watched SummerSlam, because my WWE network did not work because I was in the United States, and United States does not get the network like we do in Canada. But somehow I could not watch Peacock for whatever unknown reason. So I went to his account, and he had all the matches in its entirety. It was awesome. I will let you guys know that after the show, because I don't want to put any emphasis on his thing, because I want that account to keep going. It's fantastic, and what he does is highly appreciated. If people in the chat want to know who I'm talking about, DM me, and I will let you know. I will not do it publicly. Got to keep it on the down low, because I want this to continue. This guy does us a solid. When I say us, I mean fans. So let's do him a solid and not raise concern.
Yes. Pardon me.
But he also has a Damian Priest 24/7. And he has that pinned right now.
Oh, account. Really?
Oh, it's so good. And that's how I watch it. I watched it on the plane. It was so good though. Like that is such a good documentary, and the timing of it coming out. Chef's kiss WWE. Good job.
Yeah, I definitely want to see it for sure.
Yeah.
Who, if you guys were to choose somebody from WWE to do a documentary or biography of, who would you choose?
Like Vader, Bam Bam.
Okay, let's stay with active.
Active right now?
Just like
Okay.
current.
AJ. AJ Styles.
Yeah. I'd like an AJ one. But I like those when they do documentaries on the lower card guys too, so
That's a good call.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Chad Gable's a good one too, for sure.
I think right now, given what they're doing, I think Bronson Reed would be great.
Okay.
I think LA Knight would be my choice.
Okay, I can get behind that.
I was gonna say Drew, but I think they've already done one on him.
Oh. Oh.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh.
I heard this being rumored.
Rumor no more.
Here's my gripe about this. It should be Finn and Liv.
Okay, I get where you're coming from. I see that.
But this also kind of bolsters what I was saying earlier about how Priest is going through everybody one by one before he gets to Finn.
I hope they allow it to be everything, because how apropos would it be if Rhea pins Dom to win the match? Or flip it. Dom pins Rhea to win the match. Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that, you're adding fuel to the fire for Rhea, essentially.
Especially if he does it in a very different, untraditional type cover.
Oh, next Monday. When I'm off next Monday too. Yes.
I'm sure I'll have a run-in. Ooh. Gunn and Sheamus.
And 6-man tag.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of see a Shield-esque breakup coming with the New Day.
With who though?
I think Xavier has to be that guy because he's the future guy.
I agree.
But I do think Odyssey Jones makes so much sense to turn now. because I think Xavier Woods is too popular to turn heel at the moment.
Okay.
And Odyssey Jones has no heart factor on the New Day. If I'm turning anyone and there's no Big E, Xavier Woods has to just turn on Kofi on, and that has to be one-on-one. Odyssey Jones cannot be a part of that.
All right. Gotcha.
If you're going to do it, you have to do it like perfect. Odyssey Jones and the New Day makes 0 sense. But then when you factor it in, Xavier Woods and Kofi was the one who kind of pitched the New Day, kind of like, like it was him and Xavier. So like it kind of has a lot of sense there.
Right.
Actually, sorry. Xavier Woods pitched the New Day because I remembered their podcast that they had.
Mm-hmm.
And Big E was already the heel because he was a heel with Dolph and AJ.
Right.
Interesting.
While I was in Sudbury, I went and bought some more Funko Pops and just adding a couple of them to my collection now. And I'm thankful that I grabbed the one that I did because it's a little bit more in the estimated value.
Which one did you grab?
Oh, so I bought my newest ones. See, I told you I'm wearing pants.
They're jorts until you prove otherwise. Okay.
Oh.
I only saw one wrestling Funko Pop in the United States.
Oh.
It was a pretty good one. I never really got into the Funko Pops, although I do own one. It was a gift. It was a gift. It was a Connor McDavid Funko Pop. That's awesome. But it was the only one I saw was The Undertaker.
The 1994 Undertaker?
No. It was not that one. Nope.
You know what's funny about that Undertaker is it actually looks like the Brian or the Chains version of Undertaker.
Yes. But the one that I got is the special edition international version, which has a higher estimated value than the Target version.
Ooh.
Okay, so I got to ask a question.
Yeah.
I firmly believe this is going to be a straight up one-on-one match.
Yes.
However, I like my howevers.
However,
if I was to see someone either cost Sami Zayn or attack Braun Breaker after his win, because I fully expect Braun Breaker to retain and win this title, who do I see added? Like, who do you think would do that? Because my guess, what happens if Hikuleo cost Sami Zayn his championship this match.
Oh. I never thought about Hikuleo, but I like it. I like it for sure, yeah.
I kind of thought you were going Jey Uso for a second there.
No, I think Jey Uso and Sami Zayn need to stay babyface for the time being.
Yeah.
For reasons that are obvious.
Sammy. Whew.
Come on, Braun.
Oh, is right.
Like Sammy almost went full rotation on that.
Yeah.
Dana White's Contender Series? Really? That was the best name you can think of?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. Ugh.
Also, by the way, I just watched the new Ghostbusters movie because when I think Dana, I think no, there's no Dana, only Zool. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have seen the last Ghostbusters movie,
Not yet.
but I enjoyed it. It's different. It's definitely has a different feel from what they're obviously from the original.
Right.
Right.
Does it still have that vibe, that Ghostbuster vibe to it, though?
Well, yeah, it does. Like there is that vibe, but like at the same time, like it's different because obviously it is. I mean, obviously, you get all the originals are there that can be there, except for Rick Moranis. Which, come on, man, just do it. What are you? I wouldn't hate it. But wouldn't you rather see Ludwig Kaiser go after a title? And I just don't see Ludwig versus Braun right now.
Yeah.
True.
And that's kind of where I am. I think Ludwig... I really kind of hate the position Ludwig. That's why I think Ludwig could make sense on the speed title.
Yeah, it makes sense.
If Sammy was still the champion, if Sammy was the IC title or champ right now, Ludwig makes a lot of sense. Because I wanted Ludwig to be the guy that took the title off Sammy.
Yeah.
I really did. It would have been great to see Ludwig and Gunther have their Benoit Eddie WrestleMania 20 moment at Bash at Berlin. Which I said whether he was winning it or whatever, I said Gunther was going to be champion at Bash at Berlin in some form.
Right.
Yeah, because he's going to be going into Bash in Berlin as the conquering champion.
Yeah. Well, conquering is yet to be determined, but he's going in as champion for sure.
Oh, that's right. 2 out of 3 falls. Nobody has a fall yet.
Great. And we have 14 minutes left in the show. This is a match that if they would have gave us an hour for, I would have been like, fine. Like, I would have been like, this makes sense.
Yeah.
But now I feel they have to rush it. Can we all agree that like rush 2 out of 3 falls matches just don't make sense?
I agree.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that Chad Patton in the ring?
I think so, yeah.
I totally forgot that he was still a referee with the WWE.
I want to say Chad Patton. I think Chad Patton is like one of the better referees out there.
Yep.
He's kind of like my modern day Mike Chioda. Not gonna lie.
I love that. I think it was on Chris Van Vliet, the interview that Kyoto did there.
No, Chioda wasn't on Van Vliet.
Where did I see him then? He did an interview recently. I really liked it. I thought it was Van Vliet.
Well, maybe he did. I just don't think it was recent though.
No, I seen it recently. Is what I mean.
Oh yeah, so he did one with Van Vliet back in 2023.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he just did one with Adam Pearce. It was phenomenal.
Oh,
Chad Gable,
Oh, took his head off with that thing.
Chris
Yeah.
Van Vliet's interview tomorrow coming out is with Chad Gable.
That's going to be an interesting one.
Mm-hmm. I love that how he beat him quick because everybody like crapped on their match at SummerSlam about being quick.
right.
And I talked about it on obviously yesterday on my on the Chris Parrish podcast, but I don't think Sami Zayn got buried at all in that match.
Yeah.
And I think anybody who says he got buried, doesn't know what the term buried means. And
Oh,
needs to understand like what they're really doing. Oh,
Holy Christ.
sorry, Parrish. Sorry. That
oh no, that deserves what just happened. Like what it is. No, I get it. I think Braun Breaker is just good. Like he's good. Really good. It's going to be unbelievable what he is in the next 5 years.
Yep.
Like wrestling prime is actually later than what people think. It's a really good match, Bobby. You are correct.
Yeah.
oof.
Also, funny thing, and I don't know if you guys has thought about this, but if Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley need somebody to help them fight the Judgment Day, would now not be a good time for Damian to say our truth? Come on.
Perfect time.
Yep. And see, geez, when we were talking about this earlier, I said, imagine if Edge wasn't injured and didn't have his deal with the AEW, but I didn't even think of R-Truth at that time.
Man, I still think the Raw after Mania where Rhea and Damian are holding up their titles, and then R-Truth is like, I got a tag title, man. Come on.
Yep.
I am going to, on this Sunday, talk about what I would do with Rhea Ripley moving forward.
Okay.
Because I don't think you need to put the title on her, even though I thought they would, simply based off this. Seth Rollins was hurt as a champion. When he came back, he got the title back.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I really thought that the plan was to probably keep the title on Rhea for a while. I don't know if the Liv Rhea thing, or I don't know if the Liv Dom thing was really in the works.
Okay.
Prior to Rhea being hurt. And I do think that that was probably a curveball that they adapted to. And it worked out.
True.
But I think you have to do something creatively different with Rhea.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Trust me, that was worth it. But what they're doing with Bianca Belair right now and helping Jay Cargill, perfect.
Yep.
And stay tuned to the Chris Bears podcast this Sunday, because I think there's something along those lines they can do with Rhea.
And you could see it in Jade too. Like, her in-ring is vastly improving just because of the fact that she's with Bianca.
It's not the in-ring, it's the confidence.
Yeah.
And we all know as professional wrestlers, if you don't have confidence and you don't have directional confidence, like, that changes everything.
Yeah, because believe me, there have been matches I've gone into where my confidence just wasn't there and the match ended up being shit.
But at the end of the day, every wrestling match is subjective.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And that's even subjective to the people involved in said match.
Yes.
And in this match, we are down tied 1-1.
So next fall is going to be coming pretty fast, by the way, too. Just looking at the timing here.
I will give you a show like you have never, ever seen before. Why? Because I can.
Because I can.
That's what these two are doing for us tonight, because they can.
Bro, you can't do that when I'm wearing the Shawn Michaels shorts. Come on. I told you I wasn't wearing pants. Okay, do you guys remember the spot with Big E where he would spear somebody through the ropes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Braun Breaker needs to adopt that. And I think it would make sense.
Yep. Yeah, watching that replay.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Pillman and his wife are getting a little overexcited about the match.
I don't know if that's his wife.
I know, but it looks like his wife. It looks like Brian Pillman's wife sitting beside him.
Also, we all know that's not Brian Pillman.
Yeah.
That guy has a very much a. I'm not gonna lie, that guy looks a lot like Pat McAfee's buddy, that Boston guy. I don't know his name. He's on the video game now, and I don't understand why, but yeah, they're in that.
I've been.
if Pat McAfee could be there, I think the members of Turnbuckle Studios should be included in the WWE games as well. Then, considering most of us have been professional wrestlers.
I mean, I believe I have ranked higher than Pat McAfee in the top 500 in PWI. 6 times, by the way.
I never did. I never ranked.
Oh, I'm just compared to Pat McAfee. Although he has been in more WrestleManias than me, and I think a WrestleMania appearance drops a PWI mention.
Possibly. Again, that's subjective.
The PO tells me it does. And I've heard some people's WrestleMania POs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Oh. Goodness gracious.
Ripples of fire.
Oh. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh.
Oh, my heart. I'm going to have a heart attack.
Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na. Oh, sorry.
Oh. Bobby's talking about Brock Anderson could be doing a match in MLW and tag team with CW Anderson, former guest of Turnbuckle Talk, by the way. Oh.
We haven't seen a blue Thunderbomb yet. And I don't think we will.
Oh.
Oh, that one deserved a. By God, he must be broken in half.
I don't have that one.
I know, but that one totally fit better.
It would have. You know what? I'm just
Stupid idiot.
I still think Braun Breaker needs to be the guy that retires John Cena.
You think so?
I do.
It really should be an up and coming star. So right now, Braun Breaker, it could very well be that guy.
Could be.
Him, Carmelo, Dominic Mysterio, only people in my eyes. Sami Zayn is a great opponent for anyone.
Yeah,
that's right. Anyone.
I'm gonna say this, and I know what this is gonna be, and I don't say it with any slander to anyone because I think the other guy is so good and so underappreciated. Sami Zayn, Raider sign, Christian.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a part of me that wants to see them two wrestle each other, though.
I think Sami Zayn's our modern day Christian. I really do think that.
Yeah, I could see that. I can definitely see that. And I'm okay with that. For sure. I am okay with that. Sup, bro?
You love that. You love that. I saw that comment. I'm like, you just. Part of me thinks like he he, maybe she, I don't know, but I'll say he because I'm assuming, and I know what I do when I assume, and I'm okay with that. I feel like that's kind of an expectation with that username.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I started doing this literally yesterday because I think it makes sense for me.
Okay.
But out of but the rating, so I said, I'll give you a backstory. So Meltzer has his like 5 stars or how many stars?
Yeah.
I give too many stars because I'm a dumb mark. I said it. Get over it. But my ranking system is based out of a 6-pack of beer. How many bottles of beer do you give tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw? I'm saying I'm giving it a 3.7.
3.7. Okay.
I'm gonna be a little harsh on this, on my ratings on this.
So for me, out of a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper, I'm giving it a 9.
I'm going to go with a 4 out of a 6-pack of beer as well.
Okay.
There were just some moments that left me a little more confused than they should have, but I know that they're going to answer themselves when that time comes.
Yeah. That's kind of how I viewed it. Like, it's some things are like, okay, but it's going to lead to ba-boom later kind of
Yeah.
Right.
Like that whole Pete Dunne beating up Sheamus, my wondering is what was Kaiser doing in that situation? Do we see Kaiser and Sheamus maybe somewhere down the line or something like that again? Because we've already seen that.
Do we see Pete Dunne being inducted into Imperium?
I don't know.
This is true because every time that Pete Dunne's gotten involved, it's always had Sheamus and Kaiser somewhere in that mix.
Yeah. I don't know. The show for me tonight, it didn't necessarily leave me questioning or wanting for really more. I think we got exactly what we needed to have, and I like the different dynamic that they've been giving with some of the stories and the promos that have been going on. Like when we saw, like Punk situation, right? Punk and Drew McIntyre, like that transition, right, from Randy Orton and Gunther into that, it flowed beautifully, and it's something that we really haven't seen very much of. So that for me made it a little bit more enjoyable and gave it a little bit of a higher mark.
You know what that does for me? I want them to announce as the main event next week a tag team match, and that is CM Punk teams up with Randy Orton to go up against Gunther and Drew McIntyre. They did this a lot back in the Attitude Era, and it gives you that idea of caring. Plus, it has partners that don't necessarily trust each other. They're not really aligned with each other. So you know chaos ensues, and that is what made the Attitude Era so good.
Right.
And this is what I would like. You're making something out of a situation. We saw a tease with Gunther and CM Punk. We know there can be something there with Randy and Drew.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it brings you so much, and it can do so much. And I think that is something they got to do. Plus, I don't know about anybody else, CM Punk needs to wrestle on Monday Night Raw.
Yes, he does.
And this would be a great way to do it. Have it. He's with Randy. They have history. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Drew and Gunther. That'll be interesting. Come on.
I think it definitely works. It all works all the way around. Yeah, everything has just been good so far. And I'm really enjoying this new direction that Monday Night Raw has been going.
Yeah, one of the things I actually enjoyed about tonight's Raw too is we saw some things perhaps wrap up. Like I feel like the Sammy and Braun Breaker thing, I think that's going to be wrapped up for a little bit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
As it should. Because you need, I think you need both people to go in their own ways.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sammy and Jay are probably going to be needed for something else down the road, and I'm very curious of seeing who is going to be the person that steps up to Braun Breaker for the IC title. That to me is intriguing, but I think it's going to be Jay. It could very well be Jay Uso.
Right.
It makes sense. But if Jay and Sammy are going to be used somewhere else, that's where I think it's getting interesting.
Mm-hmm. Because that just blows that field wide open if you're going to put Jay and Sammy somewhere else.
Oh, 100%. If they're not going to be in that position, because let's face it, like, I mean, they could be. They don't have to be. Like, there is no reason why right away it has to be a thing. Also, Jay Uso has not had anything of stature lately, so it almost makes sense.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
However, them pairing with Roman Reigns to go after Solo, that is something of huge interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something else that's of huge interest is where's the Wyatt Sicks going after what they did to American Made last week as well.
Do we think that's finished?
No, because again, Chad Gable, as I said, he was hiding in Paris, and I got a feeling that they did that to
Prolong.
Yeah, to prolong the stuff with the Wyatt Sicks.
Yeah. And then it's something of stature that I like what they're doing, because they're not building to the next pay-per-view necessarily. They're just building the storylines. So if by chance it doesn't happen at the next PLE, that's okay, because it's going to happen at the one after. Like, we have Bash of Berlin, then there's Survivor Series. Maybe we don't even see the Bloodline in War Games. Maybe we see the Wyatt Sicks versus American Made in War Games, and maybe they use War Games to help escalate a different feud other than the main event.
I mean, just using a play on words. I mean, the next pay-per-view after Bash in Berlin is Bad Blood. You could do the Bloodline Civil War match there.
Could.
Maybe. But then again, when you think of blood, you think of family. That makes a lot of sense for the Wyatt Sicks and American Made.
Yeah, there's that too.
Like,
So.
I'm not gonna, like, so.
Yeah. Yeah. All in all, so many different stories, so many different ways that we could go about things when it comes to all of this programming. And for us, the programming comes to an end tonight. Before we do go, I want to make sure that everybody knows where they can find us on the socials if they so choose. Mr. Chris Best, let's start with you.
All right, you can find me at youtube.com at CBS Entertainment, twitch.tv CBS_entertainment, threads.net at CBSFilms83, facebook.com Chris.best83, tiktok.com at CBS.entertainment.
And Mr. Chris Parrish.
Well, you've listened to me enough. You know I can speak a lot of words. So just like the golden voice himself, keep it simple. Because I did what he did. I joined Linktree, and you can find Linktree/Chris Parrish. Go to there. But also, if you want to go to rogueenergy.com, order some stuff, use code word Parrish, PERISH, as your promo code at the end. Save yourself 10%. Because let's face it, people, if you want to share, like, subscribe to all those platforms, you can turn that 10% into something more because I can become a rogue partner instead of just a rogue affiliate. So, come on. What are you waiting for? I'm not saying you need to be Nike. I'm just saying just do it. So,
Swoosh.
yeah. Swoosh, there it is.
And for us with Turnbuckle Studios, a good way for you to support us as well is to check out our Redbubble account. That is at carlcarafel.redbubble.com, KARLKARUFEL.redbubble.com. Some new merchandise has been put up there for all of you. Some new designs are available, so please go and check that out. When you do make a purchase, a portion of that does come back to us that we continue to put back into the shows and the programming. And if you're looking for my socials, just follow my link tree, linktr.ee/Carl Carafel. That is linktr.ee/KARLKARUFEL. On behalf of Chris Best, Chris Parrish, and myself, Carl Carafel, thank you so much for being here with us tonight for this edition of the Raw Patrol. We are going to leave you with our calendar where you can find us each and every week and the shows that are available on Turnbuckle Studios and for those that are affiliated with the program. We're going to leave you with that tonight. Thank you all so much, and make sure you join us again for the Raw Patrol.